We have some major Lakers news as Shams the Athletic revealed that Spencer Dinwiddie's decision in terms of where he's going to sign on the buyout market will likely happen in the coming days. So we're going to break down the latest reports along those lines, who the competitors are to the LA Lakers for landing the most coveted point guard out there on the buyout market right now, as well as a guy that almost got traded from the LA Lakers ahead of this year's trade deadline. So lots of stuff to dive into in this video, but before we do, folks, I want to thank everyone that's been watching the vids and subscribing to the channel. We hit our goal of 2,000 subscribers on trade deadline day, so we appreciate everyone that's been checking out the vids. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the latest LA Lakers news and you're part of the 88% that haven't subscribed just yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button because it means the world to us and we appreciate everyone that's along for the ride with all this Lakers coverage. But let's dive into the news. Let's dive into what's been going on. The hottest topic is obviously Spencer Dinwiddie. We have a major update from Shams the Athletic breaking down a potential Spencer Dinwiddie signing. Now, immediately after the Toronto Raptors bought out Spencer Dinwiddie after acquiring him at yesterday's trade deadline, there was a lot of eyes, a lot of speculation in terms of where he might end up. The Lakers were initially a team that was announced as a potential destination. Spencer Dinwiddie ended up liking tweets about joining the LA Lakers and all of these types of things. So, he was looked at as a guy that might be a surefire thing for the LA Lakers. Well, recent reports reveal that Lakers are one of two finalists, one of two likely destinations to land Spencer Dinwiddie, a hometown hero, and basically, the decision's going to come in the next couple days. This is what Shams revealed on his sort of video platform. He's on a lot of different video spaces right now, and basically Shams said that he's going to meet with the LA Lakers tonight in order to figure out if LA is the right destination, the right fit for him. And he previously met with the Dallas Mavericks courtside at a Knicks game. There's literal visuals of him and Mark Cuban discussing something, talking about something, chopping it up. Obviously, Spencer Dinwiddie was previously with the Dallas Mavericks, so there's a relationship previously built up there. But basically, the Dallas Mavericks as well as the LA Lakers are the two teams that are finalists for Spencer Dinwiddie, and the meeting's happening tonight, and we could find out as early as tomorrow in terms of whether or not Spencer Dinwiddie will be an LA Laker or he'll be with the Dallas Mavericks. Now, other sort of reports have popped up. Basically, Dinwiddie is anticipated to choose between the Lakers and Dallas. The Mavericks, if his contract is bought out, which it has been, obviously, according to multiple people familiar with the situation. So these are the two teams favorited because there's weird stuff going on with the Nets. That's why they traded him away for Schroeder and all these types of things. But, regardless of everything that went on with him with the Brooklyn Nets and how tumultuous that sort of, tenure during his career ended, he's still a really good basketball player. I mean, for the Brooklyn Nets this season, he was averaging 13 points per game, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 40% from the field, 32% from the three-point line, which is not great in terms of a three-point percentage and efficiency, but definitely gets you can get you some buckets around the rim, around the mid-range, can take some tough three-point shots. He's very tall for a point guard at 6'5", and only 31 years old, so a guy that's felt like he's been in the NBA for a very long time, and some might look at, maybe he's old and washed and stuff. He's definitely not young, but definitely a player that has lots of years left on his NBA career to be a valuable piece to whatever team he ends up going to. And basically, you can see over the course of his career, this is definitely a down season for Spencer Dinwiddie. He has a lot of highs, a lot of lows, has dealt with some injuries there in the past, but is a guard that can always facilitate, can always be a little bit of a microwave for your team on the offensive end. But the major concern, the major question mark is his shooting. But, the thing about Spencer Dinwiddie is he hasn't been on a lot of great teams over the course of his NBA career. There's a lot of times where he's, played for a struggling Brooklyn Nets team, Wizards team, Nets team now this tenure again, the Detroit Pistons earlier in his career. But when he's been with some solid rosters, he's actually been kind of unlocked for those teams. Basically, you can look at his tenure with the Dallas Mavericks, and he was putting up some dumb shooting splits, ridiculously high efficiency from the corners, shooting over 55% for half of his season with the Dallas Mavericks there from the corner threes. He takes a lot of his shots, from the three-point arc, especially when he's playing with better teams. Last season with the Brooklyn Nets and this year, he's attacking a little bit more, is asked to take more of a brunt of the offense, but, he can create his own looks. He takes a lot of above the break threes, only, that's kind of crazy. Only 20% of his threes are from the corner, so he takes a lot above the break. He's really efficient from those areas, but playing alongside an Anthony Davis, playing alongside a LeBron James, you're going to get a lot of those open looks. And Spencer Dinwiddie, being a microwave guy, if you can get him going early with, shots where he's open, he's clean looks early in the game, that can really boost his confidence. That can really take his game, his mindset to the next level, to the point where he's just going to be drilling some crazy, crazy shots for your team. Again, we're looking straight to that Dallas Mavericks tenure. He had some crazy game winners. He was clutch. Coming over from the Washington Wizards, probably the lowest point of his career. He's at one of those situations right now. So he's had these career turnarounds already previously, moving to better destinations. Right, Spencer Dinwiddie's going to be able to come in, hit some big shots for your team, man the point guard position. If D'Lo's struggling, and he already has a previous relationship with D'Lo playing with the Brooklyn Nets, right? D'Lo being an inconsistent guy, obviously has been a lot better as of late. Dinwiddie would be the perfect insurance player, probably more so than a Kyle Lowry, given Kyle Lowry's age, even though Kyle Lowry's peak of his career was significantly, tremendously higher than a Spencer Dinwiddie. But right now, at this point in their career, I think without a doubt, Spencer Dinwiddie is the main jewel out there on the buyout market. And the Lakers should hope that he's an LA Laker as soon as possible. For the first fact, obviously Gabe Vincent's dealing with injuries. We're not sure when he's going to return, what impact he'll have returning from injury. But the other team interested is the Dallas Mavericks, who we saw him have absolutely massive moments for in the past. The Mavericks are one spot ahead of the LA Lakers right now in the play-ins or in the playoff seeding, and could definitely be a team the Lakers end up facing in the play-in tournament. If that's the case, it's going to be tough for LA to crawl out of the play-in tournament. So, Dinwiddie's going to be a huge addition to the Dallas Mavericks if he ends up going there, and would be a huge sort of opportunity loss for the LA Lakers if he does choose that direction. So hopefully he signs with LA. We'll see how that all shakes out. But the next thing we're taking a look at is basically Taurean Prince was nearly traded at the deadline, as basically reports came out. There was a lot of sort of rumors and reports leading into yesterday's trade deadline, but speculation, guys like Christian Wood, D'Lo obviously previously going out. Not a lot on Taurean Prince for one major reason, but apparently the front office did consider trading him. The Los Angeles Lakers allegedly explored trading forward Taurean Prince prior to Thursday's trade deadline, but the team's head coach Darvin Ham was in favor of keeping him around. With limited interest in their players with multiple years left on their contracts, one option for the Lakers waived was trading Taurean Prince, who was making $4.5 million on an expiring contract, Joe Von Buell wrote. However, head coach Darvin Ham was one of the vocal supporters in retaining Taurean Prince, according to team sources. And this has been getting memed a lot, on Lakers Twitter, Lakers Reddit, in different places for obvious reasons. Obviously, Darvin Ham loves starting Taurean Prince over some guys that probably should be getting more run for the LA Lakers. The lineups have been changing left, right, and center this season, but Taurean Prince is obviously a dude that is a good basketball player, especially off the bench for the LA Lakers. He can play defense, he can space the floor. There's a reason Darvin Ham loves him so much. Maybe to a greater extent than the fact that Ham said, hey, we need to keep him. It was a little bit of a narrative that's getting run with, I think, a little bit too much, but I think it is funny, because he's clearly a favorite of Darvin Ham, and if the front office wanted to trade him, he didn't allow it to happen. I can see how those behind-the-scenes conversations may have went, but I think it was a smart move. The LA Lakers didn't trade away Taurean Prince. I don't think there would have been a massive market for him, probably more than a Christian Wood or one of these guys, but nothing that's game-changing. He fits what the LA Lakers do. And off the bench, he's kind of a perfect complementary piece to what the LA Lakers need. Just starting him and playing 35 minutes a game over Austin Reaves, over even Hachimura at times, is a questionable decision. So, maybe the front office was to save Darvin Ham from himself. Maybe that's what they were doing, but I don't know. Happy he didn't get traded. Happy that's everything's shaken out for the LA Lakers. Now, hopefully Spencer Dinwiddie ends up signing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. You guys are the best to make it this far. Again, thank you guys very much for getting us to that 2,000 subscriber mark. We're pumped to grow this channel and cover the LA Lakers moving forward to the future. But you guys are the best. I'm signing out. Cheers.